Hey everyone, welcome to the top 10 list. Welcome to my top 10 favorite indie games. Independent games. Sometimes they're better than AAA titles. It doesn't always happen, but lately, really it's been happening. Some AAA titles have been fallen by the waysides, if you all know what I mean. And there's nothing like a good independent game that just feels like a true gaming experience. And this more of the big games now are all visual. They're all style, no substance. There's not as much gameplay. It's more theatrical, and I'm not always for that. I like a good independent game. Feels like an old school game, and that's why I'm going to talk about my top 10 favorite indie games. And as always, before our top 10 list, let's talk about some honorable mentions. There's 5 games that almost made the list, and they're all very solid. Just couldn't quite get there. First is Dredge. Dredge is a sick ass game. It's a fishing game where it's like a horror fishing game where you're from the top down point of view of this boat and you're trying to catch all these like creepy fish and sell them off to the markets and stuff. And the deeper you go into the oceans, the crazier the fishes are. And I've never thought a fishing game could be this spooky and compelling, but Dredge made it happen. Next is the Artful Escape. This is a really awesome game. This is very abstract and it's very beautiful to look at. It is a side scrolling game, but also a like guitar playing game. It's a rhythm game as well. It gets weird. It's a coming of age story, but also an alien story. It's weird, but I love it. It's super trippy. Next is Tunic. Tunic is a really awesome, very cute game. Very much feels like Link's Awakening. It's very much like Link's Awakening, but not as good as Link's Awakening. But it's a cool game. You play as like little fox and you go on these like different dungeons and solve these puzzles. The puzzles are really good. There is not much of a narrative. It is just strictly a adventure puzzle game. It's a lot of fun. I love it. Next is Oxenfree. Oxenfree was a really cool game. It is a narrative game about these college students that go to this island and they're ghost hunting. But also, the main girl is looking for her brother because her brother died and she thinks his spirit haunts this land. And the whole game is a narrative game communicating with your friends, and you have this like radio frequency and you're trying to communicate with ghosts. It's a really cool story. It's a story that you do have to play multiple times to get the true ending and stuff. I really enjoyed it. The sequel wasn't as good, but the first one, really solid. And lastly is Coffee Talk. I really enjoyed Coffee Talk. It is, again, it's a narrative game. It's a, like, very old school feeling game. You literally just play as a barista in a fantasy world and you serve coffee to all these customers. That's literally the whole game, but it was a lot of fun. Really fun and likable characters. I enjoyed it. All good games couldn't make the top 10 lists. My number 10, though, is Journey. Journey is a hell of an experience. It is a beautiful, atmospheric game, and it just brings you on a world that you've just never seen before. And it is sort of a puzzle game. It is just an adventure game. You play as this spirit going through these realms and stuff, and it's creepy, it's weird, it's out there, it's abstract. I absolutely loved everything about Journey. It is a perfect game to put you in this like very soothing mood. It's just like, yeah, Journey. Coming in number 9 is Stardew Valley. I think Stardew Valley is one of the most impressive independent games. The fact that like one guy created this game is incredible. It is an amazing land farm simulator, and it's just very addictive. I don't usually like simulation games. I think they're kind of boring. I've played a lot of them, and they just are just crap. Even like Minecraft, I'm not a Minecraft guy, but this game is a lot of fun. It is really cool the way you can mind your property and how you can go to other people's and learn about that. It's really cool, and there is also a deep narrative into the game as well. So I was very impressed with Stardew Valley. So it's a great game. Number 8 is Stray. I love Stray. I love cats. I've talked about Stray. I did a whole video on Stray, and it's so good. It's a beautiful journey about you play as this cat in this world where the robots are basically the only ones left because an apocalyptic thing happened. The humans were killed, and the robots are trying to build it back up again. And you play as this cat and this little robot, and you're trying to figure out what happened throughout all this time period. It's really good. It's a hell of a journey you go on. It's only like 3 or 4 hours the game, and it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Coming in number 7 is a Hatton Time. Hatton Time is an amazing platformer game. I love the main character. I love the journey, the world. It just feels like an old school Spyro slash like Ratchet and Clank Psychonauts sort of game. It is just a lot of fun. The platforming, the worlds, the characters. It feels like a kid's game because it pretty much is, but honestly, there's some actual difficulty. It's not quite Crash Bandicoot level difficulty, but it's still a pretty difficult game. A lot of fun. Definitely one of my favorite indie games. Coming at number 6, number 6 is Pumpkin Jack. Very similar to a Hatton Time. It's a great feeling platformer game. This is more like Medieval meets Spyro. It's a very Halloween themed game. You play as this jack-o'-lantern going through these Halloween worlds, collecting skulls, defeating enemies. Again, this is just good old-fashioned video game fun. Playing these games like Pumpkin Jack and Hat Time feels like you're a kid again on the PS1, PS2 eras and having a fun time. Is there a narrative? Yes, but it's not much of one. It is strictly about the gameplay. It's about the video game itself. And that's why I just have a huge soft spot for both Pumpkin Jack and Hatton Time. Anyways, number 5, What Remains of Edith Finch. This game is a very beautiful, deep narrative game. It is a walk-in simulator, which I'm not always a big fan of. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture does it in a very boring way. This one is beautiful. The journey, the story keeps unfolding the more you go into this world, into the Finch house and learn about all these tragic characters. You explore the rooms and you explore everything about how all these people died in such a tragic way. It was an amazing story. I did this during my 30 Platinums in 30 Days challenge, and I was floored in how emotional and how deep this game really was. It was an amazing game. It was a hell of an experience, and no regrets. It's amazing. Number 4, Sea of Stars. This was actually my game of the year a couple of years ago. It's not my game of the year anymore for that year because I did not play Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, I've played Baldur's Gate 3 now, and that is 100% the best game of 2023. Yes, 2023. This is an amazing game, though. Again, it feels like an old school PS1 JRPG. I love the combat system, the turn-based combat system. It's very classic Final Fantasy meets like Grandia, and even a little bit of Tales of Destiny. I love this game. I love the characters. I love the simplistic animations. I love the twists and turns this game goes through. It feels, again, like a true RPG of the classic era that we just don't get anymore. Until this year, which I'll be getting to that with my number 1. Alright, number 3 is The Return of the Oberdin. The Return of the Oberdin is an amazing and unique experience. This is, again, a very narrative game. Everything is like frozen in time because this all takes place on a ship. And something happened on this ship. All these men were killed or murdered or something happened. And it's an investigation story. And you have to figure out what happened on the ship of the Oberdin. And like you have to piece together, it's very much an investigation, and you have to find out what happened, what were the motives of all these characters, and who they really were. This is a breathtaking game. And again, you don't need a big budget to make a game like this work so well. It was beautiful. The story was so good. I just was so hooked into this simplistic world. And yeah, if you've never played a game like Return of the Oberdin, definitely check it out. It's so good. All right, top 2. Top 2 are easily the greatest indie games I've ever played. They don't even feel like indie games, but they are. Number 2 is Hades. Hades is a perfect game. It's a perfect roguelite. It's a perfect dungeon crawler. It's a perfect like Greek mythology game, and it is the perfect independent game. It's amazing. It's so fucking good. It's so good. I love playing it as the son of Hades, going through these worlds, meeting each of the Greek gods, and getting the powers. And this is a very difficult game, but you get better by rinse and repeat through repetition. You learn the moves, learn the enemies, you learn as you keep going, and it's such an addictive game, and it's so good. The gameplay, the fighting mechanics is just so satisfying. To me, it was one of the greatest independent games I have ever played. And it should be number one. But then this year, a game came out, and it was an independent game. Even though it feels like a AAA title, it looks like a AAA title, but it was in fact an independent game. And that, of course, was Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I did a whole video on this game. I don't need to talk about this game. I did a whole video of how I think it's one of my favorite games, almost of all time, maybe. I am going to replay it again to see if that still is a fact. It's a 10 out of 10 perfect game. It's a beautiful story, beautiful turn-based combat system. This is what Final Fantasy should be. Square Enix, take some fucking notes. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a perfection of what an RPG should be. That's all I gotta say. So yeah, that's my top 10 favorite indie games in my opinion. So let me know in the comments below, what are your favorite independent video games of all time? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.